Hey guys, I have kind of just like a mini update today, because it's been like only a couple days since I posted my last video, and what else new can be really going on. But you know, social transition stuff is always happening, and it was the weekend, and so we did social stuff. It's Sunday. And my partner and I, we went to the Folsom Street Fair in San Francisco, which is a yearly festival that I like to go to. I've been going to it since I was like 18. I haven't gone in a couple years, but it was like really, really good to go again. But it was my first time going, of course, presenting as male. And it was my first time going, and seeing a lot of people since I've been on T. I haven't seen a lot of these people since I've started testosterone. So a lot of people that we met there and saw there, even if they knew I was trans and they'd seen me as a guy, they still haven't ever seen me with muscles and with my voice kind of lower and stuff like that. So yeah, it was another first. And I was kind of thinking about it, and I realized that when you're transgender, when you're transitioning, there's just, everything is just firsts. There's just so many firsts all the time. Every day is just a new first, And you get so excited, and it's so silly, and it's the first time I went and used a guy's bathroom ever. It was, big deal. And then the first time that I went and used a guy's bathroom in a non-queer space. And the first time I used a guy's bathroom in a non-queer space, when it wasn't, after hours, and, no one was there, and I absolutely knew that no one was going to walk in on me or whatever. Yeah, and, things like that. So because of these little baby steps that we're constantly taking, I think that, I'm always going to have material for this blog, which is wonderful. Because there's just constantly all this new shit that you're just having to do. I read this amazing article on, I think it was Everyday Feminism, that transitioning isn't a race. That a lot of trans people, when we first come out, we want to just, I'm out! So, boom, let's do this. Let's get it done. And it should be done. Let's get it done. And I definitely felt that way. Because I'd suffered so long with this horrific dysphoria, and it was just so horrible, and then coming out was such a really difficult thing for me that it felt okay, I did it. I did the hard thing. Now I get to be a guy now, right? It's over. And I had to realize that for me, it had been going on, this has been going on my entire life, but for literally everyone else, as far as they're concerned, me being transgender literally just started, which is crazy. That is just crazy to me, because, yeah, I feel in a way, this is me, for the first time, not, being the least transgender I've ever been my entire life, because, for once, I'm actually being my gender, and not pretending to be something different. Anyways, I'm kind of going tangent. So we went to Folsom, and we met our friends who hadn't seen me yet since I started T, and it was great. No one even said anything mentioning the fact that I was on T or transitioning or trans or weird, and it was great. It was wonderful. Everyone was just accepting and awesome and wonderful. Yeah, it was great. I can't even, I'm trying to verbalize this, and it's hard because it was just awesome. First we're in San Francisco, so it's the kind of the gay mecca. It's a very accepting place. It's a place that I've gone and walked down the street holding hands with my girlfriend in the middle of the day, and I've never had a hard time. I've never felt more comfortable than in San Francisco doing that. Definitely a more accepting place for trans people. And I was in Folsom Street Fair, which is definitely a sex-positive place, and there's definitely people there who are, I guess would be considered by, I don't know, douchebag, judgy society to be freakier than me. So it was really weird and nice in a, I don't even know how to describe it, just the most relieving possible way to be in a place where I'm not weird and I'm not remarkable and I'm not to be remarked upon. It's just, I'm just some guy. I'm just some other dude. And like every other time I'd been at Folsom, I had been presenting as a female. And, you know, I'm only 27 now, so I was much younger then. And I've been going since I was 18, so usually a young and attractive female, if I do say so myself. And also usually naked or wearing very, very little, because it's the kind of event that it is. And in San Francisco, which I really enjoy getting to make use of their lack of nudity laws there. So I got a lot of attention when I went to Folsom before, and this year I didn't for the first time. I just didn't. No one really paid attention to me. And it wasn't like an ignoring, it was just some random fucking guy. Like, who fucking cares? It was wonderful, it was great, like, I'm not remarkable. Like, I can't express just the relief of being blasé. Just being normal. I mean, I had my new jacket on that I made. I painted this, actually I have it with me, I'm gonna show you. I painted this jacket that I got at Goodwill that I just adore this thing. So it's not like I wasn't being out. I was definitely being out. I was wearing my jacket that I painted, and it has like trans pride stuff on the sleeve, and then on the back, that was kind of small, it says, not gay as in happy, but queer as in fuck you. And then the queer is in like the transgender pride colors, transgender like flag colors. So yeah, I mean, I was definitely being out, as much as, you know, one is flamingly transgender. But yeah, it was really awesome. Also, it was my first time going out in public in wearing a packer, so that was cool. I kind of had worn one around the house and like seen how it felt, and it felt like there was something on my junk, like, because there's this packer thing, like, and it was really awkward and uncomfortable. But I had planned on like just going in my boxers when I got to the fair, because I wanted to like be a little bit sexy and kind of show off my manliness, but I ended up not doing it, but whatever. So I ended up wearing a packer because of that reason, and it wasn't uncomfortable. Well, it was a little uncomfortable, actually. No, I'll take it back. It was a little uncomfortable. I kept having to readjust it. I think I need to, like, I don't know, get better boxers or something to hold it. I don't know. The packer's not a big deal for me, honestly. It's kind of a novelty. It's not like the binder is. The binder's, like, life-savingly important. It's like, I'm not leaving the house without this thing, ever. Well, until top surgery. But, yeah. The packer's just kind of like, I don't know. It's just a funny dick thing that I have sitting on my counter half the time. And sometimes I squeeze it because it's squishy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I went to Folsom, and we had a really great time, too. That's the other thing to add. We had a really great time. Like, one of the reasons that people hadn't seen us in a really long time, even though I've been on T for 3 weeks, and no one's seen me since I've been on T, it's because we've been, like, really busy with school and work, and things have been really crazy. So it was really nice to get out. It was so nice to get out. We haven't gone out in a really long time. So that was really good. And yeah, it was a really good weekend. And it's Sunday night, and now it's time to get back to the grind, and I have a lab practical tomorrow, and that's gonna be great. Yeah. As always, do your thing. Like, comment, subscribe down below. Check out some of my social media links. Put them down below as well. If you're transgender and you have an Instagram, check out my transgender features. It's transgender_features on Instagram, and we'll feature you. give you a couple followers and follow and like some likes and stuff, and yeah. I should end this video because I'm getting inarticulate. Inarticulate is the word. Awesome. Okay. As always, Jack Adam, signing out.